Well, church, we are so excited to be finishing our series on the Lord's Prayer.
好開心可以同大家咧一齊咧去到咧呢個主禱文嘅系列裏邊最後嘅一個部分啦。
My name's Richard, and this is the amazing Miley.
呢一個咧就我哋好好嘅韋亞張牧師啦，咁我咧就係 Miley 啊。
And if you're just joining us for the first time over the last 4 weeks before this, we've been talking through the 5 P's of the Lord's Prayer.
如果咧你呢個系列裏邊咧之前呢4個禮拜咧都有跟實我哋嘅話咧，我哋咧一直嚟咧都係有呢5個 P 去講緊嘅喎。
Come on, church, where do you find it in the Bible?
係啦，喺呢邊一個聖經裏邊邊一度可以揾到咧
Matthew
就係馬太福音
6
6章
9 to 13.
9至13節啦。
Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name.
就係講咧我哋天上嘅父啊，
Let's praise.
我哋咧要去讚美佢啊。
Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven.
冇錯，就係咧講到咧你嘅旨意嚟到啊，行在地上就好似咧行在天上
That's
咁
God's
樣喎。
plan.
就係咧神嘅計劃，
Give us today our daily bread.
亦都講到咧賜俾我哋今日嘅食糧啦。
God providing for us.
就係講咧神咧去供應俾我哋喎。
Forgive us our debts. We also forgiven our debtors.
係啦，要去咧寬恕我哋嘅呢個罪債啦，就好似我哋咧去寬恕人哋嘅罪
It's
債
a
咁樣喎。
pardoned life.
就係呢一個咧去被寬恕嘅一個生命啊。
And today we're talking about the last verse.
就係啦，去到最尾嗰一句啦。
It says, lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one.
係啊，就係叫我哋咧，唔好咧要去遇到呢啲誘惑啊，要帶我哋遠離呢個試探啊。
Protection.
就係咧講到保護啊。
Come on, God watching over us and our families.
就係咧神啊，去看守住我哋同埋我哋嘅屋企人啊。
You know, my parents taught me when I was a little kid to pray to God for protection.
咁咧 Richard 牧師嘅屋企人咧，由細細個開始咧，就係咧教佢話我哋咧要去為到呢個保護咧去祈禱
I
啊。
remember I was very scared of the dark, Miley.
嗰陣時咧 Richard 牧師就好驚黑啦，
And
咁我都係。
Little Richard in his bedroom,
我哋一個小小嘅韋亞卓牧師喺
afraid
間
that
房
something
度
was going to
啦。
get me.
好驚咧喺個黑暗裏邊有啲嘢咧會嚟捉住
I
佢
know what this
喎
is。like because this is my kids every night.
咁咧其實咧就好似咧韋亞卓牧師而家嗰4個小朋友咁樣都好驚，好
And my
驚。
parents would come in and teach me to pray to Jesus.
咁咧韋亞卓牧師嘅爸爸媽媽咧都會入嚟咧就教佢點樣去祈禱啊。
And you know, all through my life, I knew to pray to Jesus when I was in danger.
所以咧喺佢嘅生命裏邊咧，我哋都知道咗咧，遇到危險嘅時候咧就要祈
There
禱
were
啊。
times I thought I was going to die in the surf in Australia.
有一次咧，亦都咧喺澳洲裏邊咧滑緊浪嘅時候咧，都驚咧我係咪有呢個生命嘅
Under the
危險啊！
water, going around and around,
Wow.
can't find which way's up.
即係咧
Praying.
捲咗落去之後咧，就喺度打圈啦，跟住唔知邊邊高邊邊上邊邊下，唔知幾時上翻嚟
I
啊。
remember in Japan when the big earthquake struck, I was living there and praying.
就係咧，好似喺日本裏邊咧遇到呢啲大地震嘅時候咧，嗰陣時咧，睇到震緊咧嘅時候，我都係會咧去祈禱
But
啊。
not just physical threats, but also times of feeling spiritual warfare, times where there was financial threats.
但係咧唔係淨係咧話咧喺生命裏邊咧遇到啲實際嘅危險啦，而且咧我嘅靈命上面咧都感受到好似俾人襲擊咁
And
樣
now,
或者咧經濟上面都
As
遇到
a,
危險
as a
喎。
dad praying over my kids, you know, just recently my son broke his arm, and you're praying for God for protection.
就好似咧，我作為一個爸爸咧，為到咧我啲小朋友祈禱嘅時候咧，我都咧會好擔心佢哋啦。好似我最近嘅細個嘅仔咧，好似撞斷咗隻手
Hey,
啊！
we are not in heaven yet.
我哋未去到天堂啊，大
Hey,
家！
I love Hong Kong.
我哋好愛香港
I think it's the
嘅，
best of what the world has to offer.
就係咧呢個世界上面咧其中一個
But
最好嘅城市
Hey,
啊！
if we're alive in this world, we have a real enemy.
但係咧喺我哋呢一個生命裏邊咧，我哋咧真係會有遇到一啲嘅困難同埋敵人嘅喎。
And physical, spiritual, financial dangers are real, these threats.
無論咧係實際上面啦，我哋生命裏邊遇到嘅啲困難啦，或者咧我哋咧心靈裏邊遇到一啲困難啦。
But you know, all throughout history, Christians have been going through danger well with Jesus.
咁喺呢一個咧歷史上面咧，我哋都好多故事咧睇到咧我哋嘅基督徒咧係點樣同耶穌一齊面對呢啲
I
困
think
難
we've got to
嘅。
have a revelation like King David in the Bible had.
我哋可以咧喺聖經裏邊見到咧大衛王佢點樣面對呢啲困難啊？
He said, "The Lord is my rock, my fortress, and my deliverer.
佢講到話咧，耶穌係我嘅磐石啊，係咧拯救我嘅嗰一位啊。
This was a guy who had multiple death threats, people trying to kill him.
好多人咧去嘗試咧去咧追殺大衛王喎，好多咧生命嘅危險發生
Thankfully,
啊。
I've never had that.
係啦 ，Richard 牧師咧就真係好彩啦，冇遇到呢啲嘅困難。
But he knew that God was his deliverer, his savior, his
但係佢
protector.
知道咧，神咧就係佢嘅保護嘅嗰一位啊。
And no matter what threat comes our way, we can look to God. He is my deliverer.
但係我哋知道咧，無論我哋生命裏邊遇到啲咩嘅危險、咩困難都好，我哋都可以咧望住耶穌，話佢咧就係咧拯救我哋嘅嗰一位。
Yes, our Father in heaven, right? That's how the prayer starts. Our Father in heaven.
一開始咧，我哋就會話我哋天上面嘅父啊，係
Yeah,
咪
He
啊？
loves me so much.
佢好愛我哋啊！
He's got a plan for my
佢
life.
咧又喺我生命裏邊咧有呢個計劃俾
He's
我
going to
哋。
provide for my family.
佢咧會咧去為到我哋咧屋企咧供應嘅
He
喎。
forgives me.
佢咧會去寬恕我
But
哋，
He also is my protector, my deliverer.
亦都係咧我哋保護者。
And I'm so thankful that it's not just up to me to get out of difficult situations, but God can actually bring His power and the Holy Spirit can change things and keep me and my family safe.
好相信咧喺呢一個離開咗呢個困難嘅當中咧，唔係淨係靠我自己嘅力量嘅，當中咧係有神好大嘅力量喺當中保護我同埋我哋嘅屋企人嘅。
Let's have a look at an amazing Bible story.
我哋一齊咧睇下聖經裏邊一個好好嘅
I
故事，
love this story growing up.
就係咧一直咧由細到大大家都會聽到，好
It's
愛
about
呢個故事嘅，
three young men in Israel.
就係講咧呢個三個好年輕嘅基督徒啊，
Amazing young men of God.
係啦，就係咧好屬神
Like
嘅
many
三
of
個
our-
年輕人喺以色
Many
列
of。our great young people here in Lifehouse.
係啦，我哋咧生命堂裏邊都有好多好好嘅年輕人
But
啊，
they were captured. Israel was captured
但係佢哋咧就俾人捉住咗
by a
啊，
crazy king with a crazy name.
就係咧由一個咧好瘋狂嘅王咧，亦都有個好長好難
This
讀嘅
guy
名
had
捉住咗。
ultimate power.
佢咧有好大嘅力量
And he
啊，
was totally emotional and just crazy.
總之咧就好瘋狂啦，然後咧亦都咧係情緒好唔穩定嘅成日都，
Nebuchadnezzar.
就係咧呢個尼布撒尼亞。
You did pretty good there.
尼布甲尼撒
There's a lot of big names in this story, all right?
就係有好多好難讀嘅名喺當中出現啊！
And these three guys, I'm only going to say their names a few times. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego
冇錯啦，就係呢個沙德拉、米撒咧同埋亞伯尼哥，
got brought into the king's palace.
係啦，跟住就俾人捉咗去咧呢個皇宮裏
Men
邊
of
啦
God.，
係啦，就係咧分離咗啦，
to serve a non-believing king.
然後咧就叫佢哋咧要去咧去服侍呢一位王
And they
喎，
found themselves in a dangerous situation.
然後咧佢哋發現咧自己咧喺呢一個充滿住危險嘅一個狀況當
This
中
king
啊，
had created a huge idol
但係呢一個王咧就咧建造咗一個好大嘅一個嘅雕像啦
and。made a law that if you didn't bow down and worship the idol, you'd be killed.
然後咧叫所有人咧都要咧跪低咧去跪拜呢一個嘅呢個雕像喎。如果你唔做呢樣嘢咧，就會被殺害
And in
喎。
Daniel 3 verse 6, it says, whoever does not fall down and worship will immediately be thrown into a blazing furnace.
哦，喺呢個咧但以理書3章6節裏邊講到，佢話咧凡咧係唔俯伏下拜嘅話咧，就必會即刻咧俾人咧抌喺呢個烈火嘅窯裏邊啊！
This is life or death.
喺咧呢個生死嘅關頭裏邊
Bow
啊！
down and worship or die.
你咧一係就跪拜呢一個金像，一係咧就死啦，
into a fire.
就係咧俾人抌落去呢個火窯裏邊啦。
This is a real problem.
呢個咧係真嘅一個問題嚟
And the thing
㗎。
is, the problem is so huge, but you know, you can solve the problem just by bowing down. That's all you have to do.
係啦，其實咧亦都唔係一個好難解決嘅問題，你一啲跪下咪得咯。
Have you ever found a tempting situation where you can get yourself out of a problem by a quick shortcut?
大家你有冇都喺一個狀況裏邊，就係咧，你咧走啲捷徑咧就可以解決到呢個問題。
We're all going to be faced with these moments in life.
我哋有陣時喺生命裏邊咧都會面對到呢啲困難
My
嘅喎。
first job out of university was in sales.
啱啱咧完結咗呢一個大學嘅呢一個時期嘅時候咧 ，Richard 牧師第一份工咧
I
就係做
was
sales，
struggling to get a sale.
就係咧好難開到單
And my
啊！
boss said to me, hey, just tell the customer a little lie about the product.
就係咧佢個 boss 又同佢講話，你對住啲客咧講下大話咪得咯。
And I thought, oh, I'm a believer.
佢想我係跟從
I'm
耶
not
穌，
gonna,
一個
I'm
好
not
基督
gonna
徒
tell a
㗎。
lie just to get a sale.
我唔會咧講大話咧，就係為咗咧要有生意嘅。
And I was in a position where I could have done the wrong thing in order to keep my job.
嗰陣時咧，佢就喺一個位置裏邊咧，就係咧，我如果去咧做一啲錯嘅事，我去講大話咧，我就可以保住我呢份工啊。
You know, we're all going to face temptation.
我哋咧個個都會面對到咧誘惑㗎。
But the Lord's Prayer says that wisdom, a wise person avoids temptation,
但
right?
喺聖經裏邊講到，佢係話咧一個咧有智慧嘅人咧，佢係會遠離咧
Right,
呢一啲嘅引
Lead us
誘㗎。
not into temptation.
佢話咧叫我哋咧唔好走入去咧呢一啲嘅誘惑當中。
You know, I've learned in life that some temptation is actually optional.
有陣時咧呢啲誘惑咧係我哋咧係有呢個嘅決定權喺手嘅話。
About I don't know 6-7 years ago, my life changed. Changed.
6-7年前咧，韋日卓牧師嘅生命咧被改變啊
You！know, significant moments in my life, becoming a believer,
就係咧成為咗一個咧好好嘅基督徒啦，
getting married,
然後咧結咗婚啦，
birth of my first
然
child,
後咧帶咗然後咧有4位小朋友啦。
discovering bubble tea.
好，然後咧就發現到呢個珍珠奶
I
茶。
realized for 30 years of my life, I've been living without bubble tea. This is amazing.
佢話我呢30年嘅人生咧，我而家先發現到啦呢個珍珠
And
奶
the
茶。
problem with my love for bubble tea,
但係我呢個對珍珠奶茶嘅愛。
the best bubble tea shop is 2 streets over from church.
其實咧，佢最中意嗰間嘅呢一個珍珠奶茶嘅鋪頭咧，就係咧2條街後邊嘅啫。
And I could drink that every day of the week, multiple times a day. Easy.
佢可以咧
Easy
一日裏邊咧飲好多杯嘅喎。
And but I have a decision. When I walk to the office, I have a decision. Which street am I going to go down to get to church?
咁當我咧翻嚟教會嘅時候咧，佢完全咧可以選擇咧，究竟我要經過邊
If
一
I
條街
want to
翻嚟
keep
啊？
within the same weight range, I have decided I will skip that street.
如果咧佢咧真係決定咧要去繼續保持住咁好嘅身材嘅話咧，佢一定咧就
Because
唔可以行入
as
去
I
嗰條街度
walk
啦。
past that shop and I smell that brown
The brown
sugar,
sugar, right？
哦
當我行經過呢一個鋪頭嘅時候咧，聽到佢哋聞到佢哋咧喺度煮緊嗰啲黑糖嗰啲味道啊，
suddenly I'm a lot weaker.
然後咧佢就覺得好想買啊！
Hey, I want to encourage you. Come on, let's avoid temptation where possible.
但係咧想同大家講，我哋咧要去咧我哋遠離咧呢一啲嘅引誘啊！
Hey, if you're looking at social media and finding you're always feeling down, you're getting jealous of other people's life, you're feeling insecure about your life.
如果咧大家喺度睇緊呢個社交媒體嘅時候咧，發現咧你個心裏邊咧苦苦地咧覺得有啲嫉妒嘅心咧浮起咗嘅話，大家咧就可能咧
Maybe
要唔好睇
avoid
啦
it。for a while.
係啦，我哋可能咧一段時間咧，不如就唔好
Maybe have
睇
a
呢啲
break.
社交媒體啦。
Maybe delete Instagram. Oh no!
或者咧刪除咗 Instagram 啦、IG，
Avoid it.
我哋咧都要避開佢啊。
Some temptation is avoidable. You don't have to go down that path.
有啲嘅引誘咧，我哋可以選擇咧去避開佢嘅喎。
But other situations are completely unavoidable. And for our 3 guys, there was nothing they could do. They were in this moment.
但係咧有啲狀況咧係咧完全避開唔到嘅，就好似咧呢3個年輕人咧喺呢一個嘅環境當
And that's
中
where
啊
we。see that second half of that verse that deliver us from the evil one.
喺咧見到咧喺最後邊嗰一句嗰度講到話，要咧帶我哋脱離咧呢啲惡者
This is
喎。
where we really need God to just deliver us.
喺呢一度咧，我哋就真係好需要得到神嘅幫助。
Because unfortunately for these guys, it got worse.
因為對於呢3個年輕人嚟講咧，呢個狀況咧只係越嚟越差嘅
One of
啫。
their colleagues reported them to their boss.
佢喺嗰陣時工作嘅時候，佢嘅同事啊就
Said,
咧
"Hey,
背叛咗佢哋啊。
These guys aren't bowing to your idol.
我督佢哋背脊話呢3個人咧唔去跪拜你嗰
I
個
don't know
金
if
像
you've ever
喎。
been thrown under the bus in your office
唔
or
知大
been
家咧
blamed for
係啦，
something.
唔知大家有冇喺工作上面俾人
It's not a
督過
good
背脊啦，
feeling.
或者俾人擺過上台啊，真係唔係好好噶。
But in King Nebuchadnezzar, it says, was furious with rage.
佢話佢咧係好嬲啊，勃然大怒啊！呢度講到話，
Right? This is a guy who had so much power.
佢咧係一個咧擁有好多力量嘅王
He
啊
could！flick his fingers and people would be killed.
佢咧可以咧彈一彈佢手指咧
Right.
就可以攞咗一個人嘅生命噶啦
It，was the ultimate authority.
就係咧擁有呢個最終嘅權力啊！嗰
Right?
陣
Kind
時
of Avengers Thanos power,
係啦。
kind of You know what I'm talking about?
就好似復仇者裏邊紫色嗰個 Thanos 咁樣，他就唔見咗啦。
Imagine having someone like that with your life in their hands, furious with rage at you.
你諗下喎，你嘅生命咧就擺喺呢個人嘅手上，但係佢望住你嘅時候咧，佢就話我對你好嬲啊。
He said, "Is it true, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, that you do not serve my gods or worship the image of gold I've set up?"
佢話咧係咪真㗎？你咧唔侍奉我嘅神啊，亦都咧唔拜我呢一個咧我立嘅金像喎。
And they reply, "King Nebuchadnezzar, we do not need to defend ourselves before you in this matter."
佢話尼布甲尼撒啦，佢咁樣咧回覆佢哋啦。呢三個年輕人就話咧呢件事咧，我哋無需咧去回答你喎。
No defense?
乜嘢都唔講。
So you're about to be killed,
你就嚟俾人殺㗎啦
and you got no defense.
但係咧你就乜都唔
You're
講，
not going to say anything.
你真係乜都唔講。
Come on, now's when you need a lawyer.
你而家咧就好似我哋而家咁樣啦，就
You're
話
on
唔該
trial
俾個
right
律師
now.
我
The consequence is there.
係啦，要揾下幫手啊。
Come on, say whatever you can to get out of this moment.
係啦，講啲咩都好啦，點都要帶嚟自己離開咗呢個困境先㗎嘛，係
But
嘛？
these guys knew there was nothing they could do.
但係咧，佢哋知道咧，無論佢哋講啲乜嘢都好咧，都冇用㗎啦。
And they knew that God would be their deliverer.
佢哋知道咧，只有咧神咧先係咧拯救佢哋嘅嗰
Thank
一位
God
喎。
it's not just up to me and trying to solve these problems for myself.
好感謝咧，我哋咧喺呢啲環境裏邊咧，唔使咧淨係單靠自己嘅力量去
Hey,
解決㗎。
Our responsibility is to follow Jesus.
但係教會我哋嘅責任啊，我哋可以做嘅嘢咧，就係單單咧去跟從佢啊，
He's the one who will deliver us from the things we need protection from.
就係跟隨住神啊！呢一位咧，佢會帶我哋咧去遠離呢一啲嘅困難嘅，呢啲危險啊。
So they say this in verse 17, if we are thrown into the blazing furnace, the God we serve is able to deliver us from it, and he will deliver us from your hand. But even if he doesn't, we want you to know, Your Majesty, that we will not serve your gods or worship the image of gold you have set up.
佢話咧，如果我哋俾人咧掉入去呢個火窯裏邊咧，我哋所侍奉嘅神咧，必能咧去咧拯救我哋嘅喎。佢話王啊，佢咧必咧會拯救我哋脱離咧呢個烈火同埋你嘅手裏邊嘅。如果唔係嘅話，你要知道我哋咧都唔會咧去侍奉你嘅神嘅。
Wow, these guys' faith is so strong.
佢哋咧係充滿住咧信任嘅對住神。
They're giving the outcome completely to God.
佢哋將咧呢件事咧嘅結果咧，全部咧都擺喺神嘅手裏邊喎。
Even if he saves us from the fire or even if he doesn't.
即使咧佢救我哋咧離開呢個火窯當中啦，或者咧佢唔救我哋都好啊。
We will follow him and we won't bow to your gods.
我哋咧都會跟從住佢啊，唔會對你嘅金像咧去跪拜嘅。
You know, I want to encourage you not to get too attached to any specific outcome when you're praying.
好想鼓勵大家咧，當大家祈禱嘅時候咧，絕對咧唔好咧去咧對一個既定嘅結果咧，佢咧感到咧一定要係咁樣。
Maybe some of you are going through something right now that you wish God would take away.
可能咧你而家咧有一啲嘅問題喺生活裏邊咧發生緊啦，你覺得神咧要帶走呢啲嘅問題啊？
You wish God would deliver you from that thing.
你咧希望咧神咧去帶你咧脱離呢一啲嘅事啊？
But maybe God is using that thing to do something in you.
但係你知唔知神咧係利用緊呢啲事咧去做一啲更大嘅事喺你嘅生命當
That
中
he's
嘅
going to
喎？
multiply in the future.
佢會咧令到你嘅未來咧更加咧去倍增起嚟啊！
Come on, don't get too attached to an expectation or an outcome.
唔好咧俾你自己嘅期待咧去框限咗你自己喎。
Maybe you're in a destiny-defining moment right now.
你而家其實可能咧就喺呢一個咧人生裏邊好重要嘅嗰一個位置當
Whatever
中啊
God！does, hey, it's for your future. It's going to be good.
無論咧神咧係擺啲咩喺你生命裏邊咧，都係為咗你好噶。
But for these guys, it meant that King Neb was so furious, it says, that his face became distorted with rage.
佢呢度講到咧話咧呢一個咧尼布甲尼撒王啊，佢咧好嬲啊，你啲面容咧扭曲晒啦。
He commanded that the furnace be heated 7 times hotter than usual.
佢話咧佢嬲到咧話叫人咧將呢個咧火河咧燒熱佢啦，燒熱咧7倍咁多啊！
Hey, let me tell you that the devil will always try to make you quit right before your breakthrough.
你知唔知啊？呢啲嘅魔鬼咧，永遠咧都會喺你咧就嚟咧突破嘅之前咧，好想咧打沉你
Hey,
喎。
it's always darkest before the dawn.
喺咧呢一個黎明之前咧，永遠都係最黑噶嘛，係咪啊？
Recently, me and my wife have been just having challenges come our way like all at once.
就係咧，我最近咧就喺屋企裏邊咧有好多嘅困難咧，一次過湧晒嚟
And
啊！
our heart has been, wow, there must be an amazing breakthrough about to come.
佢話然後咧佢哋嘅心諗啊，一定咧有啲更大更美好嘅事係嚟緊，所以我哋而家先有
Come on,
咁多嘅困難。
if you're feeling like you're just about getting ready to quit, no, hold on, come on, your breakthrough's right around the corner.
如果大家咧就喺嗰個位置覺得咧自己咧真係可以做嘅咧，就淨係放棄嘅話咧，大家要撐住啊，因為呢個突破咧嚟緊㗎啦。
It says the king's command was so urgent and the furnace so hot that the flames of the fire were killing the soldiers who were taking them up to put them in. And it says, and these 3 men firmly tied fell into the blazing furnace.
佢咧由於咧呢個王嘅命令咧好緊急啊，然後咧呢個火窯亦都燒得咧好熱烈喎，亦都咧將呢3個嘅年輕人咧去捉佢嘅嗰啲士兵咧，佢哋咧都被燒死咗喎。然之後咧呢3個年輕人咧就俾人咧抌咗落去火窯裏邊啦，綁住晒啊！
They're now in the fire.
佢哋而家咧就入咗去呢個火嘅當中
God
啦。
didn't remove the situation.
佢咧冇咧去阻止呢件事發生啦。
And sometimes bad things happen even to good people.
所以有陣時咧喺一啲嘅情況當中咧，一啲壞嘅事都可以發生喺啲好嘅人身
For
上喎。
me,
好似咧對於韋卓牧師嚟講，
I got fired.
嗰陣時咧韋卓牧師就俾
I
人炒
didn't make a
咗，
sale.
因為咧佢嗰陣時冇
I
生意啊，
lost my job.
佢咧就失去咗呢份
And
工
in
作。
those moments, you can say, God, where are you?
可能你喺呢啲情況裏邊就會喺度諗緊，神啊，你究竟喺邊一度啊？
Or you can say, God, I know you're delivering me. I'm just in the middle of the process.
定係你會話你會話神啊，我知道你咧會帶我哋脫離呢一啲嘅環境、呢一啲困境㗎。
Everything that they feared was now happening.
佢哋咧所怕嘅事咧，而家咧都發生緊啦。
But I think it's interesting to note that, hey, the soldiers that were throwing them in, they were burned up. But so far, these guys haven't been.
但係大家要睇到呢度咧，就係話咧，連捉佢哋去嘅嗰啲士兵咧，都俾人燒死咗，但係佢哋咧冇事
I want
喎。
to tell you that when Jesus is in your life, things that would destroy a non-believer, you can actually overcome and get through.
但係你知唔知喺生命裏邊咧，一啲嘅事發生過嚟嘅時候咧，如果咧佢哋咧心裏邊係未去跟從神嘅話，佢哋可能咧跨唔過。但係咧，我哋心裏邊有神嘅話咧，我哋係可以跨越呢啲困難嘅。
King Neb is watching from a distance, right? He can't get too close to the fire.
咁嗰陣時咧，尼布甲尼撒咧就喺遠處度望到，因為太熱啦，佢都行埋去
But
啦。
he's shocked.
跟住佢咧就好震驚啊！
It says he leapt to his feet in amazement and he asked his advisors, hey, weren't there 3 men that we tied up and threw into the fire? They replied, yes, your majesty. He said, look, I see 4 men walking around in the fire, unbound and unharmed, and the 4th looks like a son of the gods.
佢話呢個咧，唔係我哋頭先咧就綁咗佢入去呢3個人嚟嘅咩？點解咧佢哋咧都冇事咁樣嘅？但係咧去到有第4個人出現咗，就好似咧係神嘅兒子咁樣啊！
Wow, Jesus was in the fire with them.
佢話見到咧耶穌咧喺火裏邊咧係同佢哋一齊
Hey,
嘅喎。
yes, they're in a fire,
冇錯，佢哋3個咧喺火裏邊啊
but！Jesus is with them
但係咧耶穌咧同佢哋一齊
and
㗎，
he's with you right now.
佢亦都咧同你一
And the
齊
Bible
緊喎。
promises that he'll never leave you
佢唔會咧唔會離棄你㗎。
from the day you invited him into your heart.
由咧嗰一日咧你接受佢嘅嗰日開始，佢都唔會遠離你
You were
㗎。
saved,
你咧已經係被拯救㗎啦，
forgiven,
你咧被寬恕咗，
given a future,
你有呢個咁好嘅未
but
來。
he would also walk with you in life.
佢咧喺你嘅生命裏邊咧都會同你咧一齊咧去經歷過。
And Jesus was with them in the fire.
耶穌咧就喺火裏邊咧同佢哋一齊啊！
You know, that's why we can have peace even when it seems like life is turning to chaos.
呢個就係我哋講緊嗰份嘅平安啊！即使喺身邊嘅嘢咧都好混亂嘅時候，
Here in Hong Kong, when we're going through all the political unrest,
喺香港裏邊咧，你有呢個政治嘅不穩定嘅時候啦。
and yet in our hearts believing, wow, God's got a plan for my city.
但係咧，我哋心裏邊咧深深咁相信咧，神咧對於呢個城市係一個好嘅計
God's
劃
got a
㗎。
plan for my family.
神咧有一個好嘅計劃俾我哋嘅屋企人。
Hey, single person, God's got a plan for you.
亦都係對單身嘅你哋啊，神咧都有一個好嘅計劃俾你哋㗎。
I remember after I got fired, I went and I sat on the beach.
我記得咧嗰陣時咧，啱啱俾人喺呢一份咧 sales 嘅工作入邊俾人炒咗之後，我就咧一個人坐喺個沙
And I
灘
had
上
a
邊啦，
little moment with God.
就係呢一個咧同神咧好一個好親嘅一個關係啊，一個時刻啊，
Well,
就係神啦，
I trust you.
我相信你㗎，
Deliver me.
你咧要去幫助我啊！
And he did.
佢有喎，佢有咁做啊，
You know, God had his plan.
佢咧有佢嘅計劃。
I just didn't see the way out of it. I was in the fire.
因為嗰陣時咧，我喺呢個困難嘅當中，我見唔到咧點樣去走出呢個困難啊。
King Neb calls the boys out of the fire.
佢
Come
咧
here.
嗰陣時咧，尼布甲尼撒咧就叫佢哋出嚟啦，你哋三位。
Then it says in verse 27, everyone got around them and they saw that the fire had not harmed their bodies, nor was a hair on their heads singed. Their robes were not scorched, and there was no smell of fire on them.
佢話咧就嚟見到呢三個人啦，冇火咧可以傷到佢哋嘅身體，佢嘅頭髮咧連燒窿都冇啊，件衫咧都冇被燒壞喎，身上面咧亦都冇咧被火燒嘅味道啊。
Breakthrough.
就係突破啊
Miracle.
就係咧奇蹟啊，
Deliverance.
就係咧我哋神咧會拯救我
Come
哋
on,
啊。
this is the moment where God does his thing.
至呢個咧就係咧呢個時候咧神咧去做佢嘅事啦。
Okay, God, now I understand what you were doing.
而家我咧就明白咧究竟神點解你要將呢啲事咧打喺我嘅生命裏邊
They
啊。
were so safe, they didn't even smell of fire.
佢哋咧真係好安全嘅喺火窯裏邊咧，佢哋咧火燒嘅味都冇啊。
You know, church, as we go through difficult things,
教會當我哋咧去經歷呢一啲困難嘅事嘅時
and
候，
God brings you through it,
神咧會帶我哋咧去度過嘅
you
喎。
will still remember those fires.
你咧一定咧會去記得咧發生過嘅
You will
事，
still remember the bad things that have happened.
你會記得咧究竟咧之前你有啲咩唔開心嘅事發生過。
But you don't have to stink of it the rest of your life.
但係咧，你咧之後咧解決咗之後，你唔使咧
You know？
再繼續咧去為到呢啲事咧去俾呢啲事咧繼續去
You
框
don't
限
have to
咗自
live with
己
the。baggage of those events.
你唔使再俾呢啲嘢咧拖住自己去行喎。
God's power can break that off your life.
因為神咧係可以呢一個力量咧去將呢啲嘢咧都去解除佢噶。
Totally heal.
我哋咧已經係被咧
Come on,
醫治咗
healed
啦。
emotionally,
無論咧喺呢個咧感情上邊，
protected,
我哋咧都係咧被保護噶啦。
delivered for a life of destiny and future.
無論咧係點都好，我哋生命裏邊咧有神嘅呢個目標咧，同埋呢個方向。
Come on, healing is in His name.
我哋咧喺佢嘅名裏邊
Deliver
咧，
us
我哋有呢個
from the
意志啊，我哋可以脱離呢啲惡
Oh,
者。
Heavenly Father, hallowed be your name.
就係咧，我哋天上嘅父，願人咧尊你嘅名為聖
God
啊
has a future.
神咧有呢個嘅未來俾我哋。
Daniel 3 verse 30.
喺呢一個咧但以理書裏邊呢個3章
After
30節，
they've been through this fire,
佢哋咧經歷咗呢一嘅火裏邊之後咧，
everyone gets a promotion.
個人咧都咧升咗職喎。
Come on, they promoted Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the province of Babylon.
哇！佢咧呢個王咧喺巴比倫裏邊咧
哇
都咧提升咗呢沙得拉同米撒同埋亞伯尼哥咧去做咗呢個省長啊！
God wanted to do a few things. He wanted to do a miracle and display His power.
佢咧係神咧做咗好大嘅事啦，佢咧彰顯到咧佢力量嘅喎。
And He wanted to promote these guys.
佢好想咧提升呢3個年輕人啊！
Come on, hey, when I was on that beach in Australia,
嗰陣時咧，我哋徐牧師咧喺呢一個澳洲嘅沙灘上面，
within 6 months of that moment, I was living in Tokyo, Japan.
跟住咧喺之後好短嘅時間之後咧，我咧就去咗呢一個嘅東京啦，
Walked into my first Lifehouse service.
走咗入去咧去人生裏邊咧生命堂嘅第一個崇拜裏邊。
And the rest of my life is history. Everything changed from that moment.
冇錯，之後咧所有事咧都改變咗啦，就好似而家咁啦，
I
去到
found
而家
my
呢度咁
purpose
樣。
in this church.
我喺呢間教會入邊揾到我嘅目標，
I met my wife in this church.
我喺呢度咧遇到我嘅妻子啊，
I found joy again in this church.
喺呢個教會入邊揾到喜樂，
And I love my life.
亦都好愛自己嘅生命喎。
I'm so thankful for what God did in that fire moment.
好感謝咧，神咧喺當時喺呢一個嘅困境裏邊咧，點樣幫助我？
I'm not thankful for the fire, but I'm thankful for what He did for me.
我唔係咧好咧為到咧遇到呢啲困難咧去感恩啊，而係咧感恩咧神咧去幫助
And as I
我。
end this message,
我哋係為呢一個咧信息咧作結嘅時候
if
啦
you're。going through a fire right now,
如果咧你都係經歷緊咧呢一啲嘅困難，
don't be alone.
絕對咧唔好孤身一人喎。
Hey, Jesus is in the fire with you.
因為咧耶穌係喺呢啲嘅火裏邊咧同你一齊噶。
You come on, get to your journaling. Hey, this is the time where we need to journal more.
大家咧要去繼續做靈修筆記啊！我哋呢啲時候咧要更加去做靈修
Get to
筆記，
prayer.
我哋咧更加去祈
Get
禱，
close to God.
更加咧去親近神。
Come on, get to church.
我哋亦都咧要咧嚟到教會嘅當中啊！
And even these guys, they were with each other. They had a little connect group in the fire.
即使佢喺火裏邊咧，佢哋咧一定咧都喺火裏邊咧開 開緊呢個聯繫小
Come
組
on,
啊！
we're designed for community.
我哋咧一定咧要聚埋一齊
Join
㗎。
a connect group.
我哋咧要加入喺一個小組裏
Stay
邊。
close to encouraging believers
我哋咧要去親近一齊啊，互相鼓
who
勵。
are going to share good testimonies and encourage you.
佢咧一定咧去分享一啲好嘅消息，一啲好嘅見證咧去鼓勵你啊
Don't！be alone in the fire.
我哋咧喺火裏邊咧絕對唔好咧去孤身一人
Come on,
喎。
God is our deliverer.
因為咧神咧就係拯救我哋嘅
Church, why
嗰
don't we
位。
pray over our situations right
不
now?
如教我哋咧為到我哋而家嘅狀況，你都一齊去祈禱。
Lord, we put our lives in your hands.
神，我哋將我哋嘅生命，我哋呢啲嘅所有嘅事擺
We
喺你嘅手裏
trust
邊。
your plan.
我哋好相信你嘅計劃。
But Lord, for anyone right now in a difficult moment,
喺咧無論咧係我哋在座有唔同嘅人咧，都喺一啲困難嘅當
we are
中。
committed to keep following you.
我哋咧都選擇去繼續跟
We are
隨
trusting
你，
you for the outcome.
因為我哋咧相信你啊，將啲結果擺喺你嘅手
We don't
上
always
邊。
understand,
我哋咧可能唔明白發生緊啲咩事，
but we know who you are
但係我哋知道咧你係
And-
邊一位啊？
and that you're good
你咧係好好嘅嗰一
and
位，
you're leading us to something good.
你咧帶領我哋咧去走向咧更好嘅事當中。
Deliver us, God.
請你咧去保護我哋，
Protect
拯救
us,
我哋，去保護我哋
In
嘅神。
Jesus' name,
我哋奉主名求，
amen.
阿門。
Awesome.
好好啊。
Well, church, I also want to pray for another group of people, and you want to invite Jesus into your fire.
我亦都咧想咧去為到另一班朋友去禱告。如果你想咧喺呢一個嘅困難當中咧，邀請咧耶穌同你一齊咧走過。
If you want to start a relationship with Him, why don't you pray this prayer we put up on the screen with me?
如果咧你想咧去有呢個關係咧同耶穌嘅話咧，我哋一齊咧讀出呢個禱文好唔好
Let's
啊？
go English first and then Chinese.
我哋咧讀咗英文先，跟住之後咧讀中文啊。
Dear Jesus, I believe in you. Thank you for forgiving me. Come into my life, and I will follow you.
親愛嘅耶穌，我相信你，多謝你原諒了我，請你作我嘅生命，我會一生跟從你啊！
Amen.
阿門。
Awesome, church. Well, God is watching over you.
教會好好啊，神咧係一直咧去看
If you
顧住我
prayed
哋
that
啊！
prayer, get connected.
我哋咧如果啱啱咧有祈過呢個禱文嘅話咧，我哋咧要聯繫起嚟啊
We！want to know you.
我哋好想咧認識你。
And get ready for an amazing new series next week.
我哋咧嚟緊咧就有新嘅系列啦，大家要準備好啊
We'll see you in church.
我哋咧教會再見。